Koch Chemie is one of the biggest scams in auto detailing.
Biggest selling points of Gummifix is that it does not leave the surface slippery or greasy. It's not going to leave it slick. It's not going to leave it slippery.
Koch Chemie. Okay. Little bit of grease. Index, my side. Look at that. Same amount. Okay.
So let's talk about this whole slickness thing. You and a lot of other people swear up and down that this stuff is not slick. I applied the product, it was slick. You could see it on the gloves. And then in comparison to mine, I felt like they were about the same. And honestly, I think that the home blend, the DIY solution, was actually a little bit less slick. Applied the products directed, and it was definitely slick. Not dangerously so, but it was slick enough to notice. I don't know what you guys want to say about that. And I know that I'm not crazy because there's hella people in the comments arguing about how people claim that it's one thing and then it's not. I think it's part of the marketing, but hey, maybe I'm wrong.
Glycerin is oftentimes used in things like tire dressings, plastic dressings, and even leather conditioner because glycerin is a humectant, so it traps moisture. It's also used in hand sanitizer, so it's going to help your hands from not drying out. If you were putting just mostly isopropyl alcohol on the floor mats over and over and over again, it's probably going to cause them to dry out over time.
What I thought was really interesting is how you were saying that like somehow my mix was going to harm the mats a little bit faster.
It's not going to attract dust and dirt. And most importantly, it's safe for the floor mat. So if you reapply it time and time again.
You were saying that Gummifix is made to be used over and over again, but like they have the same amount of alcohol in them. It's math. So and alcohol is obviously the most dangerous ingredient. That's why it's on the SDS street, which we'll get into that here in just a second. So yeah, glycerin's not gonna do anything besides, like you said, add moisture. Those are your words, not mine. So I'm not really sure kind of what you're insinuating there.
So I will say his homemade concoction did make the floor mat black again. But that being said, like so many different products can do that, right? We could use tire dressing, we could use a plastic dressing. I would venture to say you could probably go buy some baby oil and put it on the floor mat and it's going to make it black again.
Listen, I get it. You could use baby oil and it could get darker. Sure, I agree with you. Baby oil is not really made for longevity. We already know that glycerin is in a lot of automotive products. They wouldn't put it in those formulas if it wasn't meant for longevity, if it wasn't meant for auto in some certain capacities. So that's where I'm just not really tracking. Like, these are your words, not mine.